Hi, I'm Damari Gray. You're watching Reggae Boys Commentary.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices, infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing, nutritious, and delicious. There are numerous flavors to choose from. There is strawberry sea moss, peanut hard-on, beet and thing, pineapple sea moss, mango sea moss, pineapple ginger, ginger root, cucumber ginger, and so much more. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Call now and you won't be disappointed. If you think the juices were good, then try Starboys Jello, full of flavor and sumptuous. Again, call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm Simon Preston, and welcome back to Reggae Boys Commentary. This is the platform where we come together to discuss everything in relation to Jamaican football. This is your hub for everything Jamaican football related. So let's get right into the video, shall we? And this is in relation to a competition that Jamaica is hosting. For the first time in 8 years, Jamaica will be hosting the final of a CONCACAF tournament. Yes, that is right. For the first time since 2015, Jamaica is hosting a CONCACAF final. The last time that Jamaica hosted a CONCACAF final was the CONCACAF Under-20 Championship, which was in 2015. Of course, on Jamaican soil. Prior to that, Jamaica hosted the Caribbean Cup in 2014. So, of course, 2014, Jamaica hosted a final. 2013, Jamaica hosted the Under-17 Girls, CONCACAF Women's Under-17 Girls Championship as well in Montego Bay. That was 2013. And then when you go back a few years, 2011, Jamaica hosted the CONCACAF Under-17 Boys qualifiers as well. So those were 4 tournaments in the space of 4 years when you put it that way, or 5 years when you put it in the grand scheme of things. 2016 in CONCACAF? No. And I know many people will say, Simon, what about 2019 with Portmore United? While it is true that Jamaica did host a group, there wasn't a final or third place playoff. It was a group stage, top of the group, top two advance into the CONCACAF Champions League, etc., etc., etc. So that's how that process works. Sean 3679, how are you doing? Mr. Galaxy, how are you doing? Hope you guys are doing well. This is the first time since 2005 that Robin Hood, the Surinamese club Robin Hood, are in the final of a Caribbean Club Championship. On that occasion in 2005, Robin Hood fell to Portmore United 5-2 on aggregate. That's right, 5-2 on aggregate. Well, in the first leg, Robin Hood recorded a 2-1 victory over Portmore United, but in the second leg, a few days later, Portmore United registered a 4-0 victory, thanks to goals from Omar Daly, Craig Morrison, Camille Wolfe, and Stephen Morrissey. Those were important goals as Portmore United advanced to the 2006 edition of the CONCACAF Champions Cup. That's right, the quarterfinals itself. And now, Portmore United, well, rather Robin Hood and Cavalier, those teams have qualified for the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Now, before we get on to Cavalier's standpoint, let's make the point that for Robin Hood, it's quite a meteoric rise in the grand scheme of things because remember, they participated in the third tier competition, which was the Caribbean Club Shield. That's right, in St. Kitts and Nevis in the summer, Robin Hood participated in the CONCACAF Caribbean Club Shield. They ended up winning the competition and qualifying for the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup. And now they're in the final of the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup, which means now that Robin Hood will be playing in the CONCACAF Champions Cup next year. So that means that in the space of 6 months, Robin Hood will be playing in 3 competitions. And I'm going to be talking about their players quite shortly as well. But Robin Hood had been looking brilliant throughout the course of the group stages, especially in the Caribbean Club Shield. I felt like, they were certainly a cut above the rest. Certainly a cut above the rest in terms of their performances. And I want to touch a little bit about their team. Their coach is Roberto Godekin, and he's been around the program of Robin Hood for quite some time as well. And many of you remember, he's also had the interim job at Suriname's national team as well. He also had a spell with Nishan 42 also in Suriname as well. Now, in relation to Robin Hood, they're a team that doesn't lose at home. They're so formidable on home soil. They play at the Dr. Franklin Essed Stadion. That's the same stadium where Suriname's national team plays. And we're going to talk a little bit about the Robin Hood team so that everybody is aware of things. So when you look at the Robin Hood team, 3 players I would say to keep a very, very close eye upon. The man between the sticks is none other than Jonathan Funkle. Now, Jonathan Funkle is an 18-year-old goalkeeper and made 10 saves against Dunbeholden at Sabina Park in the group stages of the 2023 CONCACAF Caribbean Cup. Jonathan Funkle, for me, has earned his spot and for me has been the best goalkeeper in the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup. Made 2 great penalty saves recently as well against Mocha to ensure that Robin Hood would be in the final of the competition. He also earned his first call-up to the Suriname national team to face Haiti, and Suriname plays Haiti and Grenada. He didn't play, but he was part of the squad, and it's very exciting that he is part of the squad as well. 2 other players that I would say keep a very, very close eye upon is Jamelia Richards. Jamelia Richards is an outstanding player, the dead ball specialist for the team, and certainly the engine of the Robin Hood team. And finally, Shaquille Cairo, the goal machine, the fox in the box, and he knows exactly where to be, right place at the right time. And of course, honorable mentions as well to Franklin Singo de Cromo. Franklin Singo de Cromo is also another key component to this Robin Hood team as well. They have a great background staff as well, with Stanley as the general manager of the club as well. So they have an excellent backroom staff, equipment manager as well, team manager. It really, really is a well-oiled machine that works so well together at Robin Hood. So it will be a mouth-watering final. I can confirm that it will be a mouth-watering final for sure. And now on Cavalier side of things, look at the performances that they've been putting in as well. Smashing Harbourview for 5, smashing Mocha for 3, smashing 5 past Golden Lion. The motivation is there, and now Cavalier will be playing in the top tier of CONCACAF club competitions. And look at it this way as well, folks. You can have 27 teams participate in the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup. sorry, you're going to have 27 teams participate in the CONCACAF Champions Cup next year. So essentially, Cavalier are one of the top 27 clubs in the entire CONCACAF region. You have to start looking at it in that way. Cavalier are one of the top 27 clubs in the CONCACAF region. And if they go on and beat Robin Hood, Cavalier will be in the round of 16 of the competition, which means that Cavalier will be one of the top 16 clubs in all of CONCACAF. So that in itself is something to really, really think about. And I'm going to get to the comments quite shortly, as Technic says a 3-1. So Jamaica, Cavalier, will be hosting the second leg of the final, and that is why the tournament will end on Jamaican soil. So firstly, the third place playoff. The first leg, it will be in Jamaica, and it's going to have Harborview against Mocha, and that will take place on Tuesday, November 28th at 6 p.m. at Sabina Park. Okay, at Sabina Park, 6 p.m. so that everybody is aware in the grand scheme of things. Harborview against Mocha, the first leg, and the second leg will be on Tuesday, December 5. Mocha against Harborview in Estadio Cibao in Santiago in the Dominican Republic, not too far from Jarabacoa. The first leg of the final will be Thursday, November 30, Robin Hood against Cavalier. And this match in itself, as you can see, it will be at the Franklin Estadion. So Thursday will be the first leg, Robin Hood against Cavalier. And then the second leg, the final, where the curtains come down on the 2023 season of the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup, Cavalier against Robin Hood, 7 p.m. Why is it that Cavalier is hosting the second leg and not the first leg? It all stems from how Cavalier did within the group stages and also the semi-finals of the competition. So that is exactly why Cavalier is hosting the second leg, Robin Hood is hosting the first leg, and that is exactly why Harborview is hosting the first leg of the third place playoff, and that is exactly why Mocha is hosting the second leg of the third place playoff. The winner will be crowned the Caribbean Cup champions and will secure a berth in the round of 16 of the 2024 CONCACAF Champions Cup. The runner-up and the third place team will qualify for the Champions Cup and will start action in round 1. Okay? So that everybody is aware. The draw for the competition is also going to be a week after the final. So the 13th, that's when the draw will be made, so that everybody is aware in the grand scheme of things of all of this. So this is big, and for Jamaica, everybody needs to be at the National Stadium come December 6th. And why do I say that? Because you have to cheer on a Jamaican club. We want them to go far. We want them to be in a round of 16 of the CONCACAF Champions Cup. We want to see a Jamaican club win this competition for the first time since 2007. We want to see more opportunities being given to Jamaican players that are playing domestically as well. So this is exactly why everybody should be getting on board and putting that support behind the team as well. So this is extremely important so that everybody can be able to press on forward. So this is critical, extremely critical for the progress, the growth of the team. All right. Let me answer a few questions here so that everybody can be on the same page with things. All right. This week, Technic Skip, this week, the squad will be revealed in this upcoming week. And Sean, that's extremely ambitious. And you know exactly why I say that, because look what Cavalier did within the group stages of the competition. 11 goals and 4 against in the group stages. Remember that, Smash Mocha for 3. Smash Golden Lion for 5. Got the better of Defense Force. And you saw that victory against Harborview. Cavalier didn't get out of first gear, rather, in that second leg. Just settled for that 0-0. You know what I'm saying? And let's not forget as well, Cavalier got the better of Harborview 5. What was the scoreline between Harborview and Robin Hood? Well, and I'm sure that you remember as well, Harborview had a come-from-behind victory over Robin Hood, a 3-2 victory. Yep, that's exactly what happened in that match in particular. And in that game against Dunbeholden, how has Robin Hood materialized against Jamaican clubs? Well, on another day, Dunbeholden's 10 chances, well, Perhaps if they didn't have the brilliance of Jonathan Funkle, the scoreline would have been different on that particular day. But again, a lot of respect to Jonathan Funkle, the bravery, the heart of a lion, the reflexes, the shot stopping ability, his positioning. Jonathan Funkle is going to be one of the best goalkeepers in CONCACAF. I'm absolutely certain about that in the long term future, Sean. And he has to be in the Eredivisie quite soon, whether it is PSV, whether it is AZ Alkmaar, whether it is Other Den Haag. Jonathan Funkle deserves to be playing in Europe. He's already shown that. So at the end of this CONCACAF Caribbean Cup, I say he plays the Champions Cup with Robin Hood, and after the Champions Cup, he looks to Europe to be able to progress his development as a player. You know, from Paramaribo to Amsterdam, as everybody knows, there's a flight every single day from Paramaribo to Amsterdam. Whether it's Suriname Airways or KLM, there's flights every day, every single day of the week, and it's only 9 hour flight. You know, you could leave at 5 o'clock in the afternoon and you arrive 6 o'clock in the morning in Amsterdam, or you could leave 6 o'clock at night, you arrive 7 o'clock the next morning, you arrive 9 o'clock at night, you arrive 10 o'clock the next morning. So, you know, many different options to be able to analyze from that sort of standpoint, you know. So that's something for everyone to consider, you know. So yeah, massive talent. Jonathan Funkle is a massive talent for me, even though Suriname have not qualified for the quarterfinals of the Nations League. I think that Jonathan Funkle should be starting for Suriname. So maybe. I know the situation with the agent. I'm just saying that these should be his last days at Robin Hood. So he plays in the Caribbean Cup final, plays in the CONCACAF Champions Cup next year, and then straight to Europe. So that's how I feel. Yeah, you're right as well. He can play for Suriname under 20 in the qualifiers. You're absolutely right. He is eligible to play in that competition, so that should be interesting as well. That should be very, very interesting in that competition as well. Shaquille Cairo, I think he's done enough to be able to be part of Suriname's first team more consistently. Jamelia Richards, we know what he can bring as well. Singo de Cromo, good player. I like the Brazilian as well, De Silva. So I think it's a really, really decent Robin Hood squad. Really decent Robin Hood squad, you know? And I think the first leg in Suriname, I think it could be 1-1 or 2-2. That's how I think it could go in Paramaribo. And of course, in Kingston, the final will be at the National Stadium. And this would be the second time. Yeah, this would be the second time that Robin Hood will be playing at the National Stadium. They played Harbourview at the National Stadium. They played Dunbeholden at Sabina Park. They defeated Dunbeholden 2-0 at Sabina Park, but they fell to Harbourview 3-2 at the National Stadium. So the National Stadium, yeah, should be interesting, you know. I think this would be the third game ever at the National Stadium in the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup for this year, because you had Robin Hood against Harbourview, 3-2 to Harbourview in that game, and the next day you had Dunbeholden against Sibao, and Dunbeholden defeated Sibao by 2-1. So for the final, that will be the next game that will take place at the National Stadium. That's December 6th, so no clashes by any means if the Reggae Girls game against Panama were to take place in Kingston. So no clashes at all. There'll be one more Reggae Boys match at the National Stadium for the rest of the year, one more Reggae Girls match in Jamaica for the rest of the year, and 2 more CONCACAF Caribbean Cup matches in Jamaica for the rest of 2023, so that everybody's aware, okay? Everybody clear on all of those teams, because this tournament certainly has brought up a lot of excitement, a lot of enthusiasm, and we can't wait to the matches that lie ahead. And I think it's going to be exciting come February 6th next year, when the 2024 CONCACAF Champions Cup starts as well. And let me just give you a reminder of those teams that have qualified for the competition as well, because it's a wide array of teams all the way from North America to Central America to the Caribbean to, you know, the teams on the South American mainland continent, you know. So let's recap things for you, okay? So as we know, the teams that enter the round of 16, right? 5 teams are going to enter the round of 16. One of them is Inter Miami, because they won the 2023 Leagues Cup. And you're also going to have Pachuca of Mexico, because they won Liga MX in the 2022-2023 season. All right. Now, you have three other teams that will enter the round of 16 of the CONCACAF Champions Cup. That will be the MLS Cup winner of 2023, so the MLS Cup champion this year. They will earn a ticket as well as the Central American Champion Cup winner, whether it is Alajuelense of Costa Rica or Real Esteli of El Salvador. So one of those teams. Well, Real Esteli is actually a Nicaraguan club, I should say. So either Real Esteli of Nicaragua or Alajuelense of Costa Rica. And if Cavalier defeats Robin Hood, then Cavalier would be in the round of 16. I repeat, Cavalier would be in the round of 16 of the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Round of 16, not the first round, but the round of 16. And Cavalier would, in a sense, be one of the top 16 clubs in CONCACAF, move further up in the CONCACAF Club Ranking Index, higher reputation, more eyes, more press, more persons talking about Cavalier on their lips, more exposure for the players, and it's going to be lights, camera, action for Cavalier, and more persons are going to be talking about Cavalier, as they should. The other teams that will be have qualified for the 2024 CONCACAF Champions Cup: Vancouver Whitecaps, by virtue of winning the 2023 Canadian Championship, also Forge FC and Cavalier for one winning the Canadian Premier League and also the 2023 Canadian Premier League CPL Shield winners. We know that the Harborview Mocha will take the last spot for the Caribbean Cup. Alajuelense, Real Esteli, which we spoke about already. Independiente of Panama has qualified. Herediano of Costa Rica has qualified. Comunicaciones of Guatemala has qualified. And also Deportiva Saprissa has also qualified as well. So Javan East, Reggae Boy Javan East has qualified for the CONCACAF Champions Cup for next year. Nashville FC, for being runners-up of the Leagues Cup, they have qualified as well. And also Philadelphia Union, so Andre Blake and also Damian Lowe have qualified as well. From Mexico, you have Unal that has qualified, Toluca, Guadalajara, Monterrey, and Club America. They have qualified for the competition as well. FC Cincinnati, for being the 2023 MLS Supporter Shield winners. St. Louis FC, big up Kyle Chin, as their Western Conference regular season winners. Also, Orlando City and Columbus Crew as the next two best clubs in the 2023 Supporter Shield standings, and the Houston Dynamo for winning the US Open Cup as well. So 25 of the 27 tickets are sewn up. 25 of the 27 tickets are sewn up. So two more tickets left to be arranged, and that is the MLS Cup winner of 2023, and also the last ticket to be arranged would be who finishes third in the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup as well, Harborview or Cibao. So that is the other ticket that has to be arranged within the competition itself. So we'll eagerly look forward to it, and it should be an exciting time frame, So should be good, and we are looking forward to it immensely, So can't wait. And we press on forward, So yeah, that's where we are. That is where we are, And if you look at the roster as well on Cavalier, great squad, Kyle Ming, Leng, in goal, Vina Bartlett. Chanel Thomas has been on this amazing form, 8 goals in the competition, standing out for the Golden Boot Award, So things are looking good, Things are looking really, really good. So we're looking forward to it. Should be good. All right, folks. Thank you very much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Mocha or Harborview for third place. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button, guys. We're so close to 20,000 subscribers. Please, guys, do so right away. It'd be really, really appreciated. All right, guys. Thank you all so much.
Hi, I'm Damari Gray. You're watching Reggae Boys Commentary.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices, infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing, nutritious, and delicious. There are numerous flavors to choose from. There is strawberry sea moss, peanut hard-on, beet and thing, pineapple sea moss, mango sea moss, pineapple ginger, ginger root, cucumber ginger, and so much more. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Call now and you won't be disappointed. If you think the juices were good, then try Starboys Jello, full of flavor and sumptuous. Again, call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sports City. Yes, Sports City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sports City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sports City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sports City right now.
Hi, my name's Lee Williamson. Subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary.
Hi, my name is Joby McAnuff. Subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary.
I'm Javon Watson, and you're watching Reggae Boys Commentary.
Hi everybody, I'm Darren Moore, and you're watching Reggae Boys Commentary.
Skin clean and nice and ting and ting. I'm Tiffany Cameron, Reggae Girl Striker, and you are watching the Reggae Boys Commentary. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Yes, Reggae Boys Commentary, like and subscribe, yeah? Reggae Boys Commentary, like, share, and subscribe. Reggae Boys Commentary, subscribe, like, and share. Is that the right order?
Hi, I'm Chris Binney, and I'm Jamaica's #1 squash player and 9-time Caribbean champion, and you're watching Reggae Boys Commentary. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share button below.